Hello and namaste. Welcome to Om and Eve. If you're new to this channel, my name is Chelsea and thank you for joining me for today's chair yoga. This chair yoga is beneficial for anyone who has limited mobility. That could be due to age, old injuries, or perhaps you're in your third trimester. So we're going to be using the chair as support as we gently move through this sequence. Now we're going to be trying to create a little bit more space through the body by doing gentle stretching, but also maybe focusing on building a little bit more strength in the body too. Don't worry, this sequence is beginner friendly. However, I do advise speaking to a doctor or healthcare professional before you take part in any new exercises or activities. So with that in mind, grab a sturdy chair and come and meet me on the mat. So hopefully you've grabbed a nice sturdy chair, preferably one that's got a bit of a back tip. And just as you sit down, come and just shuffle yourself a little bit further forward towards the edge of the chair, just so that your feet are planted nice and firmly into the floor. And you've got a nice sort of 90-degree bend in the knee there. Don't worry if it's not completely 90 degrees, but just so that we're sitting up nice and tall, feel like we've got a nice long spine and our tailbone's not tucking and rolling underneath us. Bring the hands resting on top of the thighs, and you can begin to close the eyes or just take a soft gaze if that's more preferable to you. And as always, we're just going to come to our breath and connect to our body so we can start our practice. So as you sit here, start to take notice of the feet resting on top of the surface below you, grounding the base of the feet into the floor. And feel where the pressure is in the feet. And then maybe become aware of the sit bones connecting to the seat below you. And then bring your attention to the palms of the hands and feel them resting on top of the thighs. Feel these 3 different points of connection. And just allow these points of connection to relax a little bit further. Let go of holding on to any tensions. And then bring your attention to your shoulders and just allow them to relax down and away from the ears. Take notice of your spine, so beginning from the sit bones, make your way up through the lower part of the spine, the back of the pelvis, up through the lumbar, the thoracic, and up to the cervical spine. And just take notice of any slouching or any rounding and just see if you can elongate that spine a little bit more, all the way up to the top of the head. And maybe you tuck the chin in ever so slightly to prevent your neck from jutting forward. So we're trying to reduce any sort of roundness through the upper back, neck and spine. And then come into your breath now. Just notice the natural rhythm of your breathing. Noticing the belly rise and fall. Maybe you breathe more into the back body, the shoulders, the chest. Just take notice. And we're just going to start to elongate the breath a little bit more here. So as we breathe in, see if we can slowly and steadily, nice and controlled, breathe in through the nose, nice and slowly. And perhaps you do that for a count of 4. And then as we exhale out through the nose, see if we can elongate the exhale even further by exhaling for a count of 6. So just wherever you are in your own time, follow that breath, inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, and as you exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and continue that breathing, inhaling for the 4 and exhaling for the 6. And then just come back to the body. Notice if your posture's changed in any way. If you start to slouch forward a wee bit, if so, maybe you just correct the posture. And take another 2 breaths like that, inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 6. And one more. Lovely, coming back to the natural rhythm of your breath. And again, finding those points of connection, the feet, the hands, the sit bones. And you can gently start to open your eyes as we drop the chin to the base of the throat there. And start to feel a nice little stretch up through the back of the neck. And as we inhale, we're going to send the chin all the way up to the ceiling to create a nice stretch through the front of the throat this time. Try not to collapse and cave in completely to the back of the neck. Pretend you've got like a little golf ball sitting at the back of the neck there. Great, and as we exhale, drop the chin back down to the base of the throat there. Now, I say the base of the throat rather than the chest because I don't want you to bring the chin forward and down to create this hump through the neck there, okay? So we're getting that nice lovely stretch on the back of the neck there as we drop the chin towards the front base of the throat there. So it's nice and tucked. And again, on your next inhale, start to draw that chin all the way back up to the ceiling, being mindful of the back of the neck. And again, exhale, drop the chin down. 2 more times here. Inhaling to draw the chin up, and exhale, bring it down. And 1 more time all the way up to the ceiling. And then come back to a more neutral position here. And then drop the right ear to the right shoulder. And inhale to raise the head up. And then exhale as you drop the left ear to the left shoulder. If you want to intensify the stretch, come and sit on your hands. Nice long arms there. Roll the shoulders back and down. Tilt the head to the right again. So right ear to the right shoulder. Inhale as we draw the head through to center, and exhale as we lower the left ear to the left shoulder. Inhale back to center, and exhale to the opposite side. A couple more times. Inhale back through, and exhale to lower. As you begin to inhale, draw the head back through to center 1 more time each side. And as you take a nice long exhale, pause at the end of the exhale before you inhale and come back through to center. And then long exhale down to the left side. Great, and come and bring your head back to center. You can release the hands from underneath you now. And we're going to rest the hands back on the thighs again. Resting the right hand onto the right thigh. We're going to inhale and draw the left arm all the way up and over. So again, coming in for a little side bend here. So reach that left arm up and over if you can. See if we can avoid rounding through the top of the spine there. So we're keeping the chest nice and open. If it helps, take the gaze to the underarm of the left arm here. Breathing in and exhale. Inhale up and over to the opposite side. So this time the left hand is coming down to the left thigh. We're reaching the right arm up and over, creating that length through the right side body as we side bend to the left this time. And again, taking the gaze to the underarm. Breathing in and exhale. Lovely. Inhale as we come up and over, cartwheel the arms round. Exhale as we lean into that right side bend there. Inhale, rise up through to center, cartwheel the arms over to the left hand side, and as we exhale, deepen into the left side bend. Great, inhale, come up and over to the right hand side. Exhale as we deepen into that side bend again. Don't worry if you can't get the breaths right, just move and keep breathing. Exhale as we deepen into the left side. Great, this time come all the way up and through, taking a hold of the chair with the right hand, reaching that left arm all the way up and over, and see if you can pause here for a breath. Take a nice big inhale, maybe open up the chest more, exhale, soften into the right there. Lovely. Inhale, come back through to center, taking the left hand down to grip a hold of the chair. This time raising the right arm up and over, come for the side bend to the left. See if you can keep the sit bones on the chair, reaching that right arm long, breathing in. And exhale, soften into the side bend. Come back through to center. Inhale as we draw both arms up, create a nice long spine. See if we can lift ourselves up out our sit bones a little bit as we twist to the right. So the left hand is going to come down onto the right thigh, and the right hand is going to come onto the back of the chair there. So we've got a little bit of support here from our right knee and the back of the chair. And breathe in, create that length through the spine again, and as we exhale, we're gently twisting to the right hand side. Now, if you are pregnant and this feels a bit restricting, just come and place that left hand on the left thigh so that the midriff, our torso's open a little bit more, and don't take as much of a deep twist. Just go to where feels good for you. Breathing in one more time, creating that length through the spine. Exhale as we deepen and take our gaze over that right shoulder. Inhale, sweep the arms up, come back through to center, reaching the arms all the way up to the sky. Maybe the gaze follows the hands. And as we exhale, come to twist on the left hand side this time. Again, taking the option for you. Resting that right hand onto that left knee and the left hand onto the back of the chair. Inhale to create length through the spine, and exhale, we gently twist to the left. Breathing in, exhale. Soften through the waist. Great, one more breath here. Lovely, inhale and come back through to center. So for this next part, we're going to do some seated cat and cow. I'm going to just turn sideways on my chair so you can see what I'm doing more clearly, but you can stay facing forwards. So again, come and shift yourself towards the edge of your chair there if you've not already. We'll create a nice long spine, try and maintain this nice long spine, but drawing the belly button into the back body. So for our cow position, we're thinking about drawing the chest forward and pushing the stomach forward and away from us, and tilting our pelvis away from us, okay? And as we do so, we're going to take the gaze up to the ceiling, drawing the shoulder blades together. So we're creating this nice space and openness through the front of the chest. So this is our cow. And then as we exhale, we're going to do the opposite. So we're drawing the belly button into the back body, curving the tailbone under, and finally dropping our chin to the chest. And really think about pushing our shoulder blades back and away from us, tucking the tailbone under. And again, as we inhale, we're going to move forward into our cow. Now, if you are pregnant, I want you to avoid overly tilting the tailbone away from us in cow. Maybe try and create more of a neutral spine here through the lumbar spine, and just think about drawing the chest up and forward and open, and take the gaze up to the ceiling. So we're just opening the heart space and stretching into our upper back. And then as you exhale, coming round again into cat. Really think about tucking the tailbone under. Feel free to exaggerate this pose as much as what feels really nice for you. And then inhale, come and draw the chest forward again, come back to cow. Now just move freely with your own breath. Just remembering to come to our cat pose on the exhale and our cow pose on the inhale. Nice. And exhale to round again through to cat. Couple more times just so that feels nice and you feel a bit warmer through the spine. One more time. Let's bring the gaze forward, come to cow, and exhale, we can round into cat. Come back to a neutral position on your chair. Okay, so we're now going to start working into opening up our hip flexors, okay? So begin by drawing the right knee into the body, giving yourself a nice big hug with the right knee. Breathing in, we're going to send this right knee out to the side, still keeping a hold of it with our right hand. And as we exhale, draw the right knee back in. Great. Inhale to send it out the way. And exhale back in. Lovely. Just finding a nice natural movement with your breath. And guiding that knee out to the side and back in. And then start to take some nice big circles. So bringing the knee up and around and down. Inhale to draw up and in. And exhale as we send it out and away from us. A couple of times here, just to warm up that hip flexor, the psoas. And go the opposite way, whatever way you were going, just send that knee up and around the opposite way. Listening to all the clicks and cracks and pops, which are normal. Lovely. Maintaining a nice long spine here, and come and bring that right foot down. We're going to do the same with the left now. So draw that left knee up and then give yourself a nice big hug. Inhale as we send the left knee out to the side. Exhale to drop back in. Great. Finding that connection with the breath and the movement again. Trying not to get too caught up on when you should be inhaling and exhaling. Just remember to keep breathing. And then take some big circles, guiding the knee around in circles with the left hand. Lovely. And whatever way you were going, just go the opposite way. One side might feel a wee bit more open than the other. One might be making more sounds than the other. My left is a lot louder with the pops and the clicks. Great, and come and bring that left foot back down. So readjust your spine and posture. We're going to come into figure 4 now. So extend the left leg out long. And we're going to begin by bringing this right ankle and just resting on top of the left shin here. And think about pressing this the right knee away from us. So we're opening up into the right hip crease, okay? Now this might be enough for you. However, you'd like to intensify it a bit more. Just guide and bring this right foot on top of the left thigh there. Keeping the foot nice and flexed, keeping the right foot active, okay? And think about sending that knee again down to the floor. Now, this left leg is straight at the moment, but again, if you feel like you want a bit more of a deeper stretch, slowly start to drag that left foot back in, and to the point that maybe the left ankle is in line with the left knee. But again, take the option for you. If it feels too much, then come out of it. Find that sweet spot, is what I like to call it. So it just should feel a little bit uncomfortable. It shouldn't be painful, okay? And think about sending this this right knee down and away from us. We can place our right hand on top of the right knee there, just as a gentle guide to the knee to say, we're opening up the hip. Send it away. Don't press too deeply on it though. It's just a nice reminder that we're opening up that right hip, okay? So coming back to the breath that we did at the start, inhale to draw that spine up nice and long, nice 4 inhales for the breath, and gently exhaling for 6. We can sometimes feel a bit more tense when we're doing these intense hip openers, so coming to the breath as a focal point will help relax you a bit more into the poses, okay? So inhaling for a count of 4. You can close the eyes if that helps you. And as we exhale, allow the body to relax more into it. One more time, we'll do one more breath here. Great, so we're going to release this ankle now. So if the left knee was bent, straighten out the leg and just gently guide that right foot down to the floor. We're going to do the same on the opposite side. So this time we're straightening out the right leg. You're going to bend the left knee and then come and bring that left ankle on top of the right shin and just open up into the left hip flexor now, the hip crease, by sending the left knee down to the floor. Again, this might be enough for you. You can stay there. However, you have the option to bring that left ankle and rest it on top of the right thigh, and then again slowly start to bring this right foot closer into the body. Again, whatever stage for you, you just do what feels good for you. Find that point of discomfort where you can breathe through it and you feel a good stretch. Avoid any pain. If you start to feel pain, please come out of it. Go to a sort of a lower down point on the leg if that feels better for you. We're sending the left knee down to the floor. The left hand is going to come to that left knee as that guide to say stay open. We're opening this hip crease on the left hand side. Now the left foot is nice and active, flexing that left foot. Inhale, create that nice long spine. And exhale for that count of 6. We'll hold here 2 more times, 2 more breaths, creating that nice long inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great, one more time, you've got this. Lovely, you can start to release that left foot now down to the floor. Okay, so now we're going to move to our standing postures. So begin by standing on the right side of the chair. So the backs of the legs are just gently touching the chair seat there. Our right hand is going to rest on top of the back of the chair. So we're going to use the chair for support. And then from here, I want you to step the right foot forward, just so the back of the right heel is now in line with the left big toe. And you'll find that your body weight might shift forward slightly. And then from here, I want you to lift up the left leg, and place the left shin on top of the chair. So the knee is just behind the edge of the chair there. Now, this might be feeling enough already for you as we stretch into the left psoas and the left hip flexors. Bear in mind your right hand is still on the back of the chair for support, okay? Now, if you want to intensify the stretch a wee bit more, start to bend into that right knee, making sure the right knee is in line with the toes and the knee's not swaying inwards towards your left thigh, okay? So keep the knee and the shin nice and stacked there, okay? And think about tucking the tailbone under, so we're squeezing the glutes and finding this forward pelvic tilt, posterior pelvic tilt, okay? Drawing the belly button into the back body. We're inhaling, drawing the left arm up, and exhale as we bring the left arm back down and around. So creating some nice circles for the shoulder. Inhale to draw the arm up. Exhale, round and down. Inhale, up, and exhale down. Lovely. Still maintaining that posterior pelvic tilt, squeezing the glutes, feeling that stretch through the psoas. Nice, one more time. Big inhale. Exhale, release the arm down. Lovely. Come and shift the body weight forward slightly as we release that left foot down to the floor again. So move to the opposite side of your chair now. Left hand is coming onto the back of the chair there for support. You can just feel, you should be able to feel the chair seat just brushing the backs of your legs there. This time we're going to step the left foot forward now, bringing the back left heel in line or just in front of the big right toe. Shift the weight forward slightly just so you can raise the right leg up and place that right shin onto the chair seat. Again, the knee is just behind the edge of the chair so we can get this lovely stretch into our right hip flexors and so on now. So again, this might be enough for you with the left leg straight. However, if you'd like to intensify a bit more, start to bend into the left knee this time. And that'll just increase the length and stretch through this right hip flexor and so on. Find the point that feels good, squeeze the glutes, tuck the tailbone under ever so slightly to prevent our tailbone sticking out away from us. That's it. Lovely, drawing that belly button into the back body. We'll inhale, draw the right arm up this time. Exhale as we bring it down, back behind us. Inhale and exhale. Now you might find your breath is long and slow or fast. Just take this in your own time, especially if you find this quite intense. The breathing can start to become quite rapid. So come back to the breath we did at the start, inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 6. Great, one more time here. Nice. From there, we're just going to shift our body weight forward slightly as we release the right leg down to the floor. So come and stand at the back of the chair now. I've just positioned my chair so that you can see me and what I'm doing a lot better, but just come and bring yourself around to the back of the chair instead. And stand close into the chair. And I just want you to take a step back, just so you're about arm's distance away here, just so you've got some space to move. So our next pose is going to be chair pose, Utkatasana. So come and bring your feet about hip distance apart. Maybe lift the toes up and pop them back down. See if that changes the weight in the feet, where the weight's distributed. Lifting the arches of the feet. So we're going to come and squat ourselves back and down. So our hands are on top of the chair there just for support. And we're going to push our hips back and down, being mindful that our knees are going in line with the toes, and as we bend down, the knees aren't knocking in together. Okay, so we're being mindful of our position of our knees here. So push our hips back and down as if you were going to sit back and down into a chair. So we're going all the way down, go down as far as you can until you can't go any further. And before you start feeling your tailbone arching out too much here, okay? So we're trying to create this nice long straight spine. So bending down as far as what feels right for you before your belly starts pushing out and your tailbone starts pushing back, okay? See if we can keep the weight into the back of the heels as well, rather than into the front of the toes there, okay? And then inhale, we're going to rise all the way back up. Lovely. So you're going to start to feel a nice burn, juicy strength building into the quads here, okay? So do big breath in, create that length through the spine. Think about drawing that belly into the back body, tucking the tailbone under ever so slightly. And then as we exhale, start to send our sit bones all the way back and down. Lovely. Bending into the knees, being mindful of where those knees are pointing. And inhale to rise back up. I'll stand and face you so you can see what I mean about the knees. So inhale, draw the belly button in, create length through the spine. And as we exhale, sit the hips back and down into our imaginary chair. And our knees are directly in line with the toes there, okay? They're not folding in like this. Okay, so no knee knocking. We're keeping the knees in line with the toes there. Lovely. See if we can keep that belly button into the back body. Inhale to rise all the way back up again. Great, we'll do that a couple more times. Inhale, create that length. Exhale, sit the hips back and down. Nice, inhale to rise up. And exhale, back and down. Again, just moving with your natural breath. Coming up and down, in and out of the pose. If you want, you can release the hands from the chair as you sit the hips back and down. And inhale, rise up and maybe place the hands back on the chair again. Exhale as we lower down. Inhale to come back up. And one more time, sit the hips back. Find your chair pose. Inhale to rise all the way back up. Nice, we're going to shift into a leg balance now, into our tree pose. So a couple of options for you. I'm going to stand and face you again so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to send the weight into our left foot to begin with, and I want you to bend into this right knee and then open it out to the side. Now the first option is to keep the right toes placed on the floor with the right foot just resting onto the left ankle. Now we're still holding onto the chair for support here too. Think about drawing the belly button into the back body again, keeping the core nice and engaged. Now this might be a really good option if you do struggle with balance, or if you're pregnant and you've got some pelvic girdle pain. Just stick with this option here, okay? Otherwise, if you want to challenge the balance a little bit more, come and bring the right foot onto the shin, or the side of the shin, the calf muscle there. Great. And again, see if we can maintain this nice long spine, breathing in for the count of 4 and exhaling down for the count of 6. And you can come and place the right hand or left hand, whatever hand's free, onto your chest there if you want to just balance with the one hand. And then you might want to test out maybe letting go of the chair and then popping the hand back down. See if you can find your stability and your balance there. Be mindful that this knee is not creeping inwards in front of us. See if we can still open out into that hip as well, okay? So take the option for you. You might release the chair and pop both hands onto your chest, your heart space there. Feel and embrace those wobbles. If you feel like you're going to topple over, grab a hold of that chair for your support, okay? So it's always there. And then breathe in the nice long breaths in and out. As we exhale, maybe we draw that belly button into the back body again. I'm toppling over now. Breathing in, create length through the spine, drop a little bit taller, and exhale. Draw belly button into the back body. Lovely. One more breath here. And exhale. Drawing that energy down into that balancing foot. And then release the right foot down to the floor. Nice, we're going to do the same on the opposite side there. I'll face the chair again this time. So this time, we are taking the weight into our right foot. We're bending into the left knee and then turning it out to the side. And beginner's option here, we can keep the toes to the floor and just rest the left foot on the inside of the right ankle. Take this option, think about sending the left knee out and away from us. Hips are nice and square, drawing that belly button into the back body there. Or you can take the second option, which is bringing that foot onto the calf muscle, the side of your shin there. And again, you can begin with both hands on the chair, or perhaps take one hand to the heart space and maybe play around alternating the hands. Seeing if you can find that little bit of balance as you do so. And then if you feel comfortable that you can completely let go of the chair, come and bring the hands to the heart space. Again, embracing those wobbles. And as you concentrate on those wobbles, you might find the spine starts to round. So see if we can find length as we inhale, opening up the chest, sending that left knee out and away from us, opening into the hip crease. Lovely. Perhaps you pop the hands back on the chair, just find what's working for you. Finding the breaths, inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling, drawing that belly button in, drawing the core muscles in, squeezing on the exhale. Nice. One more breath here. And just release that left foot down to the ground now, and feel free to pedal the legs out, as this can be quite intense for our balancing leg there. Fabulous. So wherever you're standing out from the chair, you're going to take an even bigger step backwards. Okay, so we're stepping back a little bit further behind the chair, and as we do so, keeping our hands resting on top of the chair there, you're going to start to send the chest parallel to the mat. Okay, so our legs are nice and straight. You can have a sort of micro bend in the knees if you want, just to take a little bit of pressure off the lower back there. Arms are stretched with the hands on the back of the chair, and we're lowering our chest, folding from the hip creases, and see if we can bring our torso parallel to our mat here. Okay, so this is a sort of variation of a downward facing dog. So if you were to flip yourself so that your hands were on the mat, you would, and your hips up to the sky, you would get a similar position here. So we're getting a nice stretch on our hamstrings and calf muscles. Slight bend in the knees will take any pressure off the lower back there, and maybe get a nice juicy stretch into the SI joints as well. Reaching the arms out nice and long and resting the hands or wrists onto the back of the chair will create a nice stretch through the upper back there too. See if we can relax the jaw and head. Breathing in, creating that length through the spine. Maybe we send the tailbone further back away from us. And exhale, see if we can soften and dip our chest a little bit more closer to the mat. So we're getting this lovely stretch underneath our arms as well. Great, one more breath here. Lovely, inhale as you guide yourself all the way back up to standing, and come and step the feet back in closer to the chair again. We're going to release the hands away from the chair. We're going to inhale as we draw our arms all the way up and around overhead, bringing the hands to meet at the top if you can. Being mindful that our rib cage is not sticking out and not pushing our belly out, so we want to keep our rib cage nice and tucked, okay? Breathing in, and we're going to take a little side bend over to the right hand side with our arms still up to the sky. You can again take your gaze up to the hands if you want, or just take the head neutral. Inhale, come back through to center, And exhale as we reach up and over to the left hand side. Lovely, so coming back to those side bends, but we're doing it standing. Inhale, reach the arms up nice and long. Exhale over to the right hand side. Lovely, one more time, up and over to the left. Great. Inhale, come back through to center. Bring the hands back down by your side. So come and meet me back on the chair, sitting down on the chair there, just sitting as comfortable as you can, feet flat on the floor. We're just going to come and finish off our practice and just do some arm circles and connect to the breath again, okay? So we're going to inhale, draw the arms up, creating that nice long spine as we inhale. Long arms, reaching the arms up as tall as we can, and as we exhale, creating that nice round circle all the way down with the arms. Inhale, draw the arms up, and you can come back to the count of 4, and then as we exhale for a count of 6, releasing the arms all the way down again. Okay, inhale, draw the arms up, and exhale. One more time with the arms, inhaling for your count of 4, and your exhale. Bring your hands together in front of your heart space there in Anjali Mudra. Palms of the hands together. We can drop that chin down towards the base of our throat again, creating that nice stretch through the back of the neck. Just take a couple more of these inhales, inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 6, just to finish off our practice. As you do so, bring your awareness to the base of the feet, connecting to the floor, the backs of the thighs and sit bones connecting to your seat, your hands together in front of the chest. And give yourself some gratitude and thanks for turning up today for your practice. And I'll leave you here with an Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. To make sure you don't miss out on any future videos, then please subscribe and hit that bell icon to receive your notifications of when I next post. Don't forget to also like this video, hit that little thumbs up icon, and share this with family and friends. This allows my channel to grow, meaning that I can continue to create free and high quality content for you. However, if you would like to donate, I have popped a little donations link in the caption box below. Until next time, take care, sending you all much love, gratitude and serenity. Namaste.